Okay, so now we are on with the main part of the show. I guess there are two main parts of the show today. The first main part of the show, elevating your brand with social media. And we're going to learn from Tiffany. We're going to get to follow her framework. You're going to see her framework, then you see specific examples of things that she has created. Social media, of course, is a terrific way to elevate your brand. And a lot of people wonder, well, how do you do that? What would that even look like? What's the schedule I should follow? So we're going to learn from Tiffany when it comes to that. Okay, so Tiffany, this is your schedule for your social media. And before we go look at examples, can you kind of walk us through the schedule that you follow and just how you think about your social media and what you want to do on a weekly and monthly basis?
Absolutely. And I will be the first to say that I resisted social media. I think Eric and I both can say I remember when Tiffany was anti-social media.
Yep.
And it was an area that I realized if I wanted to elevate my business to, become the type of producer, to hit that 200,000 mark, I knew that was a key component. And I had to just really take any apprehension out of it, but also handle social media in a way that was authentic to me.
Yeah.
And so what I do is I look at my business page on social media as my resume. It's a resume that's always growing. It's always evolving so that when, one of my tennis buddies says, hey, I passed your number on to my, my son for he's looking to buy a home. Where's that 30-year-old going to go first? Probably social media. And I want him to have so much history to scroll down and think, wow, this realtor's in it full time. So I do look at it, I approach it as that's my overarching approach.
I love that. And just as a reminder, one thing you've been taught by the two of us before, reminded of by the two of us before, Facebook is the #4 search engine. Okay, so there's Google, there's YouTube, there's Amazon, and then there's Facebook. So many people, as Tiffany said, are going to Facebook, they're searching you, and they're looking at your online resume. So this isn't, Tiffany, so much about how many likes you get on each of these posts. I mean, sure, it's nice, but we're not after a ton of likes. What we're after is building out the resume. We got to build two things, guys. We got to build relationship and credibility. And you're about to see some examples on what's really working for Tiffany. So Tiffany, you have a framework. That's the other thing I appreciate about what you're doing here to make it easy on you. You've set this framework. You have a goal for what you want to do every week, and then a goal for what you're doing every month.
Yes.
Okay. Can you just before even we see these, can you just quickly explain what these are?
Yeah.
So what are you doing each week? What are you doing each month?
Sure. Like at a high level, and then we'll dive deeper. Sure.
Exactly.
So each week I post a weekly takeaway, and that is very market specific for my local market at that point in time. Like if this were a time capsule and you were to open it up 100 years from now, you would know what was happening in the Northern Colorado real estate market.
Okay.
Right now.
Great.
And so that's the weekly takeaway. Sometimes I think I admit I do struggle with like, what do I want to say? I don't want to just be like spouting off data. So I have to make, it takes thought. Like it takes, living and breathing in the MLS on a daily basis, which we should all be doing anyways. And then noticing trends and sharing that and taking that information and breaking it down into, something that's relatable to people.
Yeah. Awesome.
That's the takeaway. So that's a non-negotiable. Every week I post one of those. And then I rotate my other weekly posting. Sometimes I'll feature a listing. If it's one of my new listings, of course I feature it. If I don't really have anything new coming up, I might ask someone else within, our brokerage if they have something I could promote. Pretty much people always say yes. I actually had a phone call from a new agent at a different brokerage yesterday asking if she could promote my new listing. And of course I said, yes, please. Thank you very much. But yeah, don't be shy about asking people. So yeah, I'll do listings. If I had a closing that week, I will definitely post, a shout out to my client, how, happy I am for them that either, and if there's a story that's appropriate to share, I might like, so glad they're on to live their Hawaii dream or something like that. And then I will post testimonials. Sometimes my client testimonials some of them are really short, which that's great, and those have their place. And then some of them are like this long, which I'm super grateful for. But what I do with the super long ones is I break them up and I thread them out throughout the year. So if you're short on testimonials, you can maybe break one up. That's a way of doing it.
Oh, that's smart. I love that. Yeah. So a long testimonial, turn it into 2.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
that's what I'm doing on a weekly basis. Sometimes there'll be other, like, maybe, I guess the only other thing, I didn't show an example of this, but like if there's an event that needs to happen, like if we're having a big event, like when we had Matthew Gardner come speak or something like that, I might post that on my Facebook as well.
Got it.
Yeah, sorry, I don't have anything to show on that, but yeah, I will.
Okay.
And then monthly, I provide the updated monthly infographics, the what's happening in like year over year, where our numbers are at in Larimer County.
Yep. And we'll see an
Then,
example of that. That'll make a lot of sense if people see it. Yep.
yep. And then I also, this is sort of bringing my personal life into my business life. And I do what's called a favorite 4, which you're going to see. And this one is kind of different in that I have a larger following on my personal page than I do on my business page. So, but almost everyone on my business page is also on my personal page.
Got it.
And so I post my favorite 4 on my personal page for various reasons that I'll dive into.
Yeah, makes sense. Okay. And that's more the relationship builder one. That's like more the personal side, which will make sense when you see it. Okay. So love it. Really simple, straightforward formula. Always 2 weekly posts. In addition, always 2 monthly posts. Now let's look at these examples. So this is an example of one of the weekly takeaways. And what you used here was the Matthew Gardner presentation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, got it.
And I truly tried to take everything I could out of his his presentation and think, like, what do people need to know right now? I mean, like, I think if we were all on here live and I said, raise your hand if in the past year someone has said, do you think there's a bubble in the housing market? We would all say yes. We've had to answer that question.
Right.
I have had some, young buyers just say, I think I just want to keep renting. So I obviously posted then I took that as a takeaway that, like, the average wealth for homeowners is so much more substantial and it's a great long-term wealth building strategy. And then just also then speaking to interest, and I would say the number one question I'm getting right now is, are interest rates going to go down?
Yeah. What's the deal with rates? Yep. Okay. Great. Perfect. Makes total sense. Now here's
I post something like that. So that's an example of a weekly takeaway.
Okay.
This is also an example of a weekly takeaway.
Okay.
But I want to mix it up so that I want to have a consistent brand, but I also don't want it to become boring. So I've found some ways to, modify templates so that, occasionally there's images in there. And so this, I would say, is a little bit of a lighter topic. It's not so numbers driven, but when you're having a consultation with someone who's looking to list their house and it's a dated house, what do you get asked? You get asked, what should I do this? Do you think I should put a gold fixture in? We wear lots of hats. And so I think it is important to demonstrate your knowledge of trends in terms of, design. Like, it might not be as hard numbers, but it's still really important.
Absolutely. And just think about the person who's getting to know you on social media and they're scrolling through your Facebook business page and they're like, oh, here's a fun post about trends. Obviously she knows trends. She must be trendy, right? So that it's like, she knows her numbers, she knows her trends. So it's just like, you're building up their credibility, right? In all the different ways.
Yeah. Like, if you thought about, like, trying to, in a buyer or seller consult, definitely appeal to, all the personality types. You're trying to do this in social media too.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, next is an example of a listing, obviously. So again, guys, it's 2 posts a week. One of those is going to be some kind of a weekly update, and then the other one is going to be a listing, a closing, or testimonial. So Tiffany, beautiful example of a just listed announcement. Yeah.
The other thing we do with that is I put the link, I put my MLS link in it. So like on this one, you'll see there's not a price, but I want to drive them to, I give them enough. And sometimes I do put a price on. I mean,
Yeah.
but like I also have the MLS link in the
Yeah.
post.
Okay, awesome. Okay, Tiffany, I'm just real quick. I'm going to tease people a little bit, just in case you're thinking, wow, these are sure beautiful Facebook posts. Those are beautiful templates. If you're thinking, gosh, how could I ever think of content like that? Never fear, you're in the right place. That's a little tease for what you're going to see here in a few minutes. All right, and some things we're taking to the next level here
The
in
work has been done.
sorry, I couldn't help myself, Tiffany. So
I know, I was kind of wondering about that too. So
yeah, okay. So here you go. Here's a really sharp looking testimonial post.
yep. So
Yeah, fabulous. Yeah, so this is just curious, is this one of the longer ones that you turned into two, or is this one of the short and sweet ones?
this one was the perfect length one, which is
Okay.
why I pulled it
Two
today.
paragraphs.
Yeah, exactly. It was perfect length. But yeah.
Yep. It's great. Looks super sharp.
If it would have been, let's say though, it would have been just the first paragraph in there. I would have potentially added a background image or something in there.
Yeah.
To fill up a little bit of the space.
Okay.
Yep.
Awesome. Okay, so then this one is, and I'm guessing a lot of you've seen this before, but this is the format that you use, Tiffany, for your monthly snapshot. So obviously once a month, you can see the month on there. These are the 4 key stats that you're tracking. You're getting this data from your local MLS. Pretty obvious what you're tracking: price, number of properties for sale, sold, days on market, and it's just comparing January of this year versus January of last year.
Yes.
Yeah, and you've got the template set up, so it's easy. It's just plug and play.
Plug and play.
Yeah.
But I think I mean, as beautiful and like nice as this is, I think where the real value in a post like this comes in is in your commentary. When you start pointing out things that aren't obvious. I was not at our brokerage sales meeting when this one came out, but there was an email that kind of followed up because there was a 10% change in average price. So what's everyone going to say? Oh my gosh, prices are falling. Well, I guess when, like our president dove into the numbers more, we found that wasn't the case. It was a very small subset of the upper population. So I made sure
it's more a matter of what was selling versus that prices were coming down. Yeah, fewer higher end properties are selling. Okay.
Yes, it wasn't that everything took a hit. And so I made sure to call that out in the post because it could be, numbers can be deceiving, and the story behind the numbers, and that's our job. It's also our job to tell our clients and our audience the story behind those numbers.
Yes. Totally. Okay, so this is the last one. I love this one. So fun. So this is your few favorites. You always pick 4 things. Is that right?
I do. And will you go back to the last one real quick, Eric? Sure. Okay, this post right here, I will tell you, I get like, this is hard data. I get very, very, very low engagement on this post. But I don't even look at my engagement on things like this. I don't pay attention to the engagement. That's not the point. Again, it's building my resume for when people are scrolling. So I don't get caught up in, oh my gosh, I only got 3 likes. Like that's not the point of this. So I would almost encourage you when you're posting your weekly takeaways and then this monthly, snapshot of the market. I don't even look at what, of course I get notified if there's a comment. I don't even look at the likes because that's not the point of it.
Not the point.
No.
So don't get discouraged by that. Don't expect a bunch of likes because it's just a bunch of numbers.
Don't even look and see if you got any likes. Avoid even looking at that. It doesn't matter.
But that being said, Tiffany, you couldn't imagine not doing this though.
No, I think absolutely.
Yeah, you have to do it.
And for me, it just keeps, we're always supposed to have like our 3 how's the market answers. This is my exercise in how's the market. Yeah,
because this forces you to learn it.
Yes. So it serves 2 purposes, but I just kind of wanted to encourage people not to get caught up in the social media likes because
whereas this probably gets more likes.
Yes, this one's fun. And so this one is where I post on my personal. I posted on my personal one. And, you know, there's even things in it that sometimes aren't perfect. I misspelled a word last time. We all got a good laugh over it because it's a joke that I'm a terrible speller. Now y'all know. And I get comments, I get texts. My mom gets people will say to my mom, like, it looks like Tiff and her family are so happy. It's really fun. And I feel like one area I was struggling in is feeling like in my client life, I felt like I was just sometimes almost like a genie to people. Like I wasn't even a real human. And then, you know, like then there's my personal life, and they were kind of like my friends were always asking about real estate. And I feel like this social media strategy has blended my work life, or my professional life and my personal life in a way that I can deal with them overlapping. And it feels really authentic to me. It doesn't overwhelm me.
And this post has really helped you with that. It's helped you, and it's helped others. And it creates those fun side comments. People stop you at the gym, people stop you walking around the neighborhood, making comments to your mom. So all you do here with this, you guys, just pick, and it doesn't have to be 4. I think 4 is a good number, but pick 4 things that are your favorite, and then talk about it. Have an image, and then talk about it. So you can see, obviously, an image of Tiffany's family, a book, a meal, an event. So it could be your favorite restaurant, coffee shop, wine store, park, walk, person, podcast, charitable organization. Doesn't matter. Pick 4 things.
Ooh, Eric, I'm glad you said that. So I have done shout outs to local businesses in here, and they really appreciate it.
Yeah.
It's a great way to build, collaboration with your community.
Yes, it's fantastic. Really great. Real quick, personally, I'll share you guys, and you probably had noticed in my Sunday email, my weekly inspiration, I started adding those 2 spots for personal things. I get more comments about that probably than anything. Like when I run into realtor friends live, one-on-one, that's the thing. They're like, oh, hey, I saw that thing in your email. That's so cool that you were skiing, or that you went to the daddy-daughter dance, or your daughter's on the cross-country ski team, or whatever it is. It goes a long way to build a relationship. Really great. So Tiffany, thank you. Amazing. And again, it's just a simple formula, 2 posts each and every week. One of those is always just a take on the market, so a takeaway. Another one could be a testimonial, new listing, closing. Then once a month we do this one, and then once a month we do something like this. That's how you elevate your brand with social media. This is also an example of a way to elevate your brand, again, to have a cool Facebook banner. This is another tease as well, right, Tiffany? Like, you're like, whoa, that looks cool. I like that format. You find your own image. That's kind of Tiffany's like not trademark, but almost trademarked image. But that kind of a look you are going to have access to. Okay. So anything else, Tiffany, before we dive into this, anything else on elevating your brand with social media?
I think that covers it. I think anything I have to share is in part 2. So
okay, sounds good. So now we're to part 2. So if you're expecting 20 minutes and need to pause, that's cool. Come back to this. Super important, really exciting. It's time, my friends, to elevate, right? We are committed to elevating your Thrive experience because of what's happening in the environment, what's happening in the world, what's happening in the market. We want to bring even more to you. We want this to be a place that is for you, all right? And we are so focused on who this place is for. It's for someone like you, who's committed, who's all in, who sees this as their profession, who's all about delighting clients and standing apart and achieving your goals and being a place to earn at least $200,000 a year. And so that's what this whole environment is for. This place is for you, okay? So we are going to show you some things that are new. You need to know we're not about to drop a whole bunch of work on you. We're not about to drop a whole bunch of like a ton of new webinars, like all a bunch of things need to drop in your schedule, and you're going to get more busy. We're not going to do that, right? We're making this cleaner and better, and some really effective tools. Okay, and before that, I want to show you what is not changing. Okay, I want to show you what's the same in Thrive as I see it probably forever be the same. Okay, so these things are the same. So the same Monday kickoff call, just like this, that you've always been accustomed to, that you enjoy, whether live or recorded, that's the same. All right, so you're still going to get that live, same time, same place, same 20 minutes. You'll have the recording sent to you. You'll have it go in the Facebook group, so it's easy to watch the recording. That's the same. Every month, a skill mastery class. So we just did the one on clarifying value to a buyer. And what I am committed to in those skill mastery courses is to make them super relevant to what's happening right now in the market. We got more coming down the pike from these lawsuits and outcomes and things we have to enhance, modify with buyers. I got you, right? So we're gonna keep doing things like that every month in skill mastery. And then of course you have your membership website. We've made enhancements to that to really clean it up, to make it very user-friendly. Things are super well organized. And of course, we put all the recordings there. That's not changing. Here's what you're going to get. Okay, so first things first, like before we talk about features and tools, you get a team, all right? There are 3 key people on the team. So it's kind of fun. We're going to tell you about an additional person to Tiffany and I. So there's me. You guys know me. And no need to spend a lot of time on me, but you get Tiffany as your marketing coach. And I'm gonna brag on Tiffany for a minute because she's too humble to brag on herself. Tiffany's a marketing expert, dare I say, like a marketing guru. She knows her stuff when it comes to marketing. I mean, clearly she has terrific taste and a great eye, but she also really understands marketing strategy and messaging and how things should look and how to be consistent in your brand, how to build a brand. You guys, she has in relatively short order built a terrific real estate brand, a name for herself, and she has many years of marketing experience. She's been a marketing consultant before, so she brings all that to real estate, but now she brings all that also to you, right? So as it relates to your social media, newsletter content, just generally your messaging. Tiffany, you are our marketing coach. Anything to add to your background or experience or things that you think people should know?
I just have to say, I'm really enjoying helping people with their marketing again. It's what my roots are in. And as much as I enjoy doing it for my own real estate, I've really had fun coaching others with it in the time that I've been doing it. So I'm really excited to help you guys all elevate your brand with these new tools and frameworks we have.
Awesome. If you're wondering, well, how do I get access to Tiffany, our marketing coach? So we'll get into that, but how that looks is that she will, from time to time, just like today, join us on the Monday kickoff. We're also going to have office hours available to all of you. Tiffany will be a part of those office hours to help you, just help you grow your brand, help you build your business. So if you're wondering, well, how do I access Tiffany's marketing coaching? That's how that's going to work, and we'll show you more about that here in just a minute. The other person, and Tiffany, I'm going to have you talk about Maisie.
Oh my gosh, I would love to.
I'm realizing that I didn't put her, my bad, I didn't put her name on here. Oh yeah, it is on there, Maisie. So yep. Maisie Cantrell. Maisie, I love that her name rhymes with amazing because she is amazing. So tell us about our graphic designer, Tiffany.
Our graphic designer is phenomenal. I have, in the 20 years that I've spent doing marketing consulting, never worked with a designer that could take what I was saying and saying, hey, do you think it'd be possible if, and turn it into a tangible post, flyer, brochure like that. I mean, yeah. She is a rock star. She's amazing. Sorry, no, I didn't mean that.
Yeah. No, it's good. Yeah, let's just go with it. She is amazing. Yeah.
She has an awesome creative eye, but I've also worked with designers before that might not be so open to feedback. And if you like, she's very open to feedback. She's extremely humble, and I describe her as agile. Like, it's like, if we need to shift in this direction, she can do that. And she doesn't get caught up in sometimes, like, where I've seen, like, she doesn't get caught up in her own head at all. She truly wants to deliver the best results to her clients.
Yeah. So look, all of you now you have a graphic designer on your team.
You have
So
a
all
marketing
those-
department.
yeah, you have a marketing department. So all those posts that you saw that Tiffany is posting, Maisie made those. All right. She is the one. So she's the one that's going to be making those beautiful templates for you. You're also going to have access to Maisie with office hours to get input advice on your marketing to help you with the creation. We are using Canva as the platform. And you'll hear more about Canva, but what you need to know is that we're going to have a special team within Canva. It's called a team. That's the Canva term. So we have a Canva team set up. It's called the Thrive Studio, and all those beautiful templates are created for you right there within Canva. Also, those of you that are saying, yeah, but I get that stuff through my company. Well, here's the deal. You can take our content, you can take our ideas, you can take Maisie's like great eye and designs and look, and go ahead and apply it to what you already have. So you may not be using the Thrive Studio for implementation, but it's going to be like your idea studio and your look studio, just to keep things fresh and exciting. So
Content.
what do you now have a graphic designer on your team? So look, this is what you have now on your team being a part of Thrive. You have a mindset coach, you have a skill set coach, you also have a coach that helps you to understand and articulate and talk about the market. That's me. You have a strategy coach when it comes to building your brand, building your marketing, attracting clients, what really works to stand apart. That's Tiffany. Then you have a graphic designer on your team. Pretty cool. You can even say that to a client. Say, hey, well, actually, as part of my team, because I'm part of this amazing mastermind called Thrive, I have a marketing strategy consultant on my team. I also have a graphic designer on my team. Pretty cool, right? Pretty cool. Okay, so you're going to have marketing office hours. Every month we will send you a schedule with what those office hours look like, but what that how that will work logistically is Maisie will be on a live Zoom meeting, and you can come on into that meeting. You'll get the invite, and you can bring whatever you want, marketing, graphic design related, to that meeting. If you want her help with some kind of a Canva template that you're working on, if you want to get her input, get her take. Hey, Maisie, how do I do this? How do I move this thing? How do I change out this font? How do I change out this color? How can I make this look even better? You're going to have her input on that. Tiffany, anything to add to that? You're the marketing coach. I should have had you describe that.
No, it's really, that's what it is entirely designed to be. And like, I think you'll see, like you saw probably in some of my social media posts, it was like almost the same template, but a little different, like the one where I had like the 2 circles. So let's say you're like, and that one is something that I did on my own as Tiffany agent, not Tiffany marketing coach. So let's say you're like, well, I kind of want to add those circles like Tiffany did. How do you do that? You could take that to Maisie and she could show you. There'll be times that I'm on there and maybe you need help wordsmithing something. I can help you with that. Maybe you are going through your seller's packet and you're unsure how it should be ordered, like what the structure of it. We'll have it all laid out for you, but maybe you want to add something in and you want my thoughts. I'll be there to help you out or provide a different perspective.
Yeah. Awesome. Amazing.
Yeah.
So the other thing that you're going to get are monthly challenges. So every single month, we're going to have a specific challenge, typically related to your marketing. So you can maybe already guess what we're doing next month. We're doing a social media challenge. Okay, so all those things that we showed you as examples that Tiffany's doing, we want everyone to be doing. So we have to get those templates built out. We have to get you in the process of posting things like that to get your look dialed, using the Thrive Studio within Canva Teams to create your own personalized version of those with your colors, your fonts, getting in the rhythm, getting in that pattern of doing those posts, the 2 weekly posts, the 2 monthly posts. So all through the course of March, we are going to be guiding you through that. So Tiffany, that's going to be a kind of a combination of you and Maisie are taking the lead on that, right?
And we are truly going to be your partners in getting your social media dialed and where it needs to be. And I think Eric mentioned earlier, we do not want this to be one more thing on your plate. We actually want at the end of the month for you to be like, wow, that actually took a lot of the brain work out of it. And it saved me time and increase my professionalism. That's our end goal.
Yes, love it. Okay, so you have the Thrive Studio, and that lives within Canva. It's a Canva Teams. Again, those of you are like, well, I get some of that through my company. What you don't get is done for you fresh content and content ideas and strategies on how things should look and how they should be scheduled out. So this is more than just the templates. This is the strategy behind it. So you all have access to that. And again, that lives in Canva. The reason why it lives in Canva is because Canva is the gold standard. And if you're saying, well, I already have Canva. Well, what you don't have is the Thrive Studio within Canva. So it's a special place. It's like this special, not secret, but like private place that only you can access, where Maisie is doing her magic and creating all those beautiful templates, and then she's dropping them in the studio for you to use. All right, so sure, Canva has their generic templates, but they don't have these very special templates that we're building for you that all are relevant to the coaching that you're getting from Tiffany and I, right? So that's how we're bridging the gap here between the coaching that you're getting from Tiffany and I in strategy, and then the tools to implement it. All right, so that's a big reason why we're doing this.
100%. I mean, both in, the Thrive Studio and then in coaching other agents, I constantly hear, well, I have Canva, but I just don't know how to.
Yeah.
And it's a lot. It really is. And so this is bridging that I don't know how to gap.
Perfect. Okay, so you also are going to have, and it already exists within the Thrive Studio, buyer value materials. So we've been working for the last month, Tiffany, on dialing in a buyer packet, and that's now living within the Thrive Studio within Canva Teams. So it's there for you to be able to customize with your colors, your fonts, but it's got the content. It has all the content you've been waiting for. Okay, so how do I raise my game now with buyers? How do I do even better articulating my value? That you have now the collateral to help you do that. That's within the studio.
Yes.
Okay, so you are about to see, now, my friends, you have two options, two ways to plug in, two ways to for us to work together, two ways to get help. One is called Thrive, one is called Thrive Plus. I'm about to put on the screen like a grid that shows you really clearly about what exactly you get in each. But just know right up front, the additional items, additional help you get within Thrive Plus is all related to more hands-on coaching, right? So you're going to get even more hands-on coaching from me and from Tiffany when you opt into Thrive Plus. Okay, so I'm going to now change what I'm sharing on my screen, and we're going to put this on here. And this also, you guys, will show you the pricing. Okay, so I'm going to see if I can make this bigger. Okay, does that look okay, Tiffany?
Yeah, it looks good.
Okay, great. So again, you now have two options. By the way, this goes into effect March 1st, and you're going to see that when you start, you actually get a free 14 days. Is how it's set up. So you're going to get an email with a button to join the elevated version of Thrive or Thrive Plus. In that email, it has a button that takes you to a page to do that. And when you start, you can see you're going to get a free 14 days. Okay, so Thrive pricing is now $147 a month, or you can pay for the whole year for $14.70. Hey, by the way, those of you that have paid for 1 year Thrive, never fear. I'm going to send you a personalized email that tells you exactly how it's going to work for you. We have a more than fair kind of solution on that. If you're like, well, I already paid for your Thrive, never fear. We're again, more than fair solution on that. But starting March 1st and going forward, that's the pricing, $147 a month or $14.70 a year. The way you're thinking about this now, this is a year commitment. Okay, I want people thinking about it. I'm in for a year. Okay, so it's not like go in for a couple of months, then go away, and then maybe come back. And this is you saying, no, I'm in. I'm committed. So for $147 a month or $14.70 a year. Thrive Plus is $247 a month or $24.70 for the whole year. You'll see in a minute that the additions you get with Thrive Plus. When you do the math on the coaching that you get in Thrive Plus, it's pretty attractive, like what you're getting in terms of the coaching on Thrive Plus. But it's your choice. Okay, so again, 2 options. Okay, so what do you get with both of them? Get the social media makeover. So that's what we're doing right in Tiffany in the month of March.
Yep.
You and Maisie guiding us through that process, getting your social media all dialed in. You get the seller and buyer packets living within the studio. You also get from me, I wrote a playbook. It's called the Non-Pushy Marketing Playbook. It shows you how to market yourself in a non-pushy way, step by step. It has examples. It's really good stuff. You also get a farming playbook. So if you want to farm now, if someday you want to farm, I have the playbook on how to farm. So like when you get going with this, you get those things automatically. All those things are going to be super helpful. This first one again is what we're doing through the month of March. So by the way, that social media, like it's a combination of some live calls, plus you're gonna have checklists. You have access to all those templates. That's how that's going to work. You know already about the Monday kickoff call. You know already about the monthly skill groups. We do yearly business planning. Then you get the training library that's on your membership website. So we have a set of courses called the Essentials. There's 6 of those. Have you been through those, my friends? Have you been through each of those 6 essential courses? The things that you need to essentially know to have a thriving business. And then we have 6 advanced courses. Have you been through those? You're going to get some help with those, right? So those are very cleanly, neatly laid out. 6 essential, 6 advanced. Then you've heard about the Thrive Studio. You get those marketing essentials, the weekly infographics. We also now have a new, really effective solution when it comes to an email newsletter. Tiffany's taking the lead on that. We'll probably save that for another day, Tiffany, if that's all right, just in the interest of time.
But it's awesome.
It's awesome.
It's been the number one thing that's driven my business the last 6 months.
Yeah, amazing. Okay, so the studio, it's part of it, part of what you get, super valuable. And again, it's more than just the templates, it's the content that's going in there. So if you were saying, well, wait, I already have another platform, well, just take our content. Just go rip off our content and drop it into yours, rip off our ideas, not rip off, but because you're investing in it. But I think you understand, like you don't ever have to wonder about, well, what should I send out? Like it's already in there. Now check it out. This is what happens when you upgrade to Thrive Plus. When you upgrade to Thrive Plus, we are doing a business makeover. Okay, so this is going to be with me or with Tiffany. And we are going to have a one-on-one with you. Okay, so if you're like, I need a business makeover right now, the market has changed, things have shifted, I need some help, I need to raise my game when it comes to my business, we're going to meet one-on-one. This is how that goes. We have you do a self-assessment ahead of time so we can understand where you're at today. Then we're going to help you with a customized scorecard to hold you accountable, keep you on track, build out the things that are going to be really effective for you in terms of activities. We're going to install the weekly design system, and it's customized for you. That's a schedule to keep you on track. And then also we're going to install the success tracker, which is a way for you to track your future business. All right. And so then like away you go. After that one-on-one, you're like, oh my gosh, now I have everything I need. I'm so clear. I'm so dialed. No more confusion. No more being scattered. No more being all over the place. No more being pulled off course. You're focused, you're going down the tracks, okay, after that business makeover. So that's what you get when you upgrade. Then with both plans, you get those marketing office hours. And when you're Thrive Plus, you get coaching office hours. And plus you also get a quarterly business review. We're missing a check mark there. It's a little typo. So when you're Thrive Plus, we do coaching office hours every month. So bring your business challenges to those coaching office hours. That's typically going to be me on there. Also would be Tiffany, and it could be one of our certified coaches as well. They're going to help you with your business. So if you're like, man, my business is stuck, I'm stuck, I'm struggling with this certain client, like bring anything like that to the coaching office hours. And then every quarter, We're going to meet with you one-on-one to review your business and where you're at, and are you making progress toward your goals. So would it be helpful to have someone you could meet with one-on-one to do a business makeover, and then to have someone every quarter checking in on you and giving you an update? Would that increase the odds of you having success? I think it would. Tiffany, anything you would add to what I just said?
I would just add, if you scroll down to the very end there, when you talk about the coaching office hours, I think that obviously, like, meeting with us in a, coaching environment there's extreme value in that, but there's also a ton of additional value in meeting with other, everyone else in that coaching office hours. They are committed to the same level of professionalism and results as you are. And so some of your peers might have some excellent takeaways for you as well. So you're really getting more than just us. You're getting a community of people that are supporting you in your goals.
Yes, so well said. Love that. Yeah, this is about just building the community, building the collaboration. So the coaching office hours, that turns out that likely is going to be like a group setting, which is fun because you're hearing other people's challenges, ones that are it's likely you're going to have the same challenge, or maybe you're having that now. And then when we do the business makeover and the quarterly review, those are one-on-one. So you get a blend of group coaching and one-on-one through this. And again, that's when you upgrade to Thrive Plus. So what you need to do next, my friends, is click on the button in the emails that you're going to get that ask you to go ahead and take action to get all this in place. You have until March 1st. You may as well just go now. Just go ahead and get this set up now, get it taken care of. Away we go. And away we go in March with our social media implementation and getting all those templates in place for you. And March is when we start our marketing office hours, our coaching office hours. And of course, questions, let us know. We got you, right? We totally got you. So thank you so much, everyone, for being here. Any parting words, Tiffany?
I just want to say I'm really excited about this new platform. I think it's truly going to elevate everyone's game.
Yeah. People they need more hands-on, and they need more marketing tools, more marketing guidance, and a really effective coaching experience. So we are more than committed to that, you guys. So we appreciate you, and we will be seeing you very soon. Have a great President's Day, and we'll connect with you all really soon. Okay, you guys take care. Bye.
Bye.